In this video, I'm going to show you how to make an insect using Tinkercad. So first you go to create a new design, and when you're creating your insect, you may be as creative as you want to, but you want to use the main parts of an insect: the head, thorax, abdomen. Some insects have wings, some don't. Insects have 6 legs and they also have antennae. So you decide which shapes you think might look best for building your insect. So I'm going to start with a sphere shape for the head. I'm going to take this down 10 millimeters is a little bit much. I'm going to take this down to about 3 millimeters thick. So that's going to be my shape that I'm going to use for the head. You could use a different shape if you want to. It's up to you. I think for my body, I'm going to try this shape right here, the round roof. I'm going to stick this on. Again, I'm going to shrink this down to about 3 millimeters thick. And you can also go to the corners to resize to make that the size you want. Probably, I think I'll make this one about maybe 15 millimeters long, 15 millimeters wide, and I stick it onto the head. If you want to make sure that you have those shapes touching each other, view it from the top. Look at that. It doesn't look like they're actually touching. So I want to slide that together so that these two shapes are actually touching each other like that. Try to get it right on there. Okay, and so I've got the head, the thorax. Now I want to get a different shape to use for my insect's abdomen. Let's see, maybe I'll just choose the roof shape. So this shape's going to be my insect abdomen. Let me view it from the home view. I'm going to take that down to 3 millimeters high. Resize it to be the size you want. And once again, you probably want to view it from the top view so that you can stick the shapes together. If you'd like to, you can group these. When you group shapes together, it sticks them all together and makes them into one shape. If I'm ready to do that, I drag my mouse across it and I choose group. Remember, it doesn't matter what color the insect appears on your screen, but if you want to, you can change the color. It will depend on what color of plastic we put in the 3D printer that will determine what color it will be. So once you've got your head, thorax, and abdomen, now you can start designing with different shapes to maybe make some insect wings. So you just add on a shape. I'm going to always make this 3 millimeters thick because I don't want it to be too thick. Maybe I want to make this into an oval shape for the wing. You can copy it to get it exactly the same size for the other side to make it symmetrical. You click the shape, pick duplicate, it puts it right on top of it. And I'll just drag that over to that side. All right. If this is the top of the insect, I guess you wouldn't see the legs because they would be on the bottom of the insect. So it's up to you if you want to make this be the top or the bottom. So if I did think this was the bottom and I would like to put 6 legs on, let's say I want to add the legs to this shape, I might need to, let's see, maybe I'll make the legs kind of sticking out right there on top of the wing. I could, let's see. If you ever get a shape and you don't want it, just click the shape and then you can pick delete right there. I'm going to take a work plane and put it on top, right on top this wing. And to make my legs, I'm going to resize a rectangle and make it really small. think I'll just make it height 2. Go to the corner, make it even smaller. If it's difficult for you to see, you can zoom in even more so you can see your shapes better. And then I'm going to add this to my insect to be one leg. I'm going to duplicate that so that I get 6 of them all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put one over here. Oops. Not sure if I actually made 5 of them, so I'm going to click that shape again, pick duplicate. There's 2. Click it, pick duplicate. There's 3. I'll click this one again. So I need 2 more. It always puts it right on top, it seems, so you have to, there we go. So now I have 6 legs. I'm going to view this from the top and see how it's looking. If you want to stick your shapes together, drag your mouse across it and pick group. That makes it combine and become one. If you decided you wanted to delete something later on, like say you were like, uh-oh, I made a mistake on one of those legs, you can always drag across and you can pick ungroup and go back to a shape if you need it to resize it or delete it. But I think I'm happy with that, so I pick group. Now I could add other things to this, like antennas. If you wanted to put other designs on it, you could. It's up to you. If you want to work on the floor plane, you just drag the work plane back on. So there's a lot of other things you could do when designing your insect and adding other details. I'll let that be up to you. Like say you could put spots on it by using shapes. You could put stripes. You could add other shapes to add texture. I'll let that be up to you. When you're all finished with it, click up here, put your name. I just named mine Mrs. H Insect. You put your own name. That will automatically save your project so that when you go back to Tinkercad, it will be saved in your Tinkercad gallery. And that's how you make an insect using Tinkercad.